Archimedes, the greatest inventor of the ancient world. In a time when the world was ruled by swords and superstition, when the stars guided ships and gods explained the unknown, one man broke through the darkness with the power of thought. Archimedes of Syracuse. He wasn't just the greatest inventor of the ancient world, he was a mind centuries ahead of his time. A scientist, a mathematician, an engineer, and a defender of his homeland. This is his story. The world of Archimedes. Syracuse, a Greek city on the island of Sicily. A place of poets, merchants, philosophers, and warriors. Archimedes was born here in 287 BCE. The son of an astronomer, raised in a world of observation and inquiry. Greek civilization had birthed thinkers like Pythagoras and Plato, and young Archimedes would go on to eclipse them all. He studied in Alexandria, Egypt, home of the greatest library the world had ever known. Here, he absorbed the teachings of Euclid, learned geometry, and began forming ideas that would echo through the ages. Childhood of curiosity. As a boy, Archimedes questioned everything. Why did boats float? Why did objects fall? He played with pulleys, watched shadows move, and sketched in the sand. Unlike others, he wasn't content with myths, he needed evidence. He asked, can numbers explain the universe? And slowly, the answers began to form. Eureka, the crown and the bathtub. One of the most famous stories in science begins with a golden crown. The king suspected his goldsmith had cheated him. He asked Archimedes, was the crown pure gold? Archimedes thought for days, until one evening in his bath, he noticed the water rise as he sank in. Suddenly, a flash of insight. If you measure how much water an object displaces, you can determine its volume, and from that, its density. He ran naked through the streets shouting, Eureka! I have found it! It was the birth of hydrostatics, the genius of geometry. Archimedes' mind danced with shapes and patterns. Circles, spirals, parabolas, to him, they were more than drawings. They were keys to understanding the universe. He calculated areas under curves, approximated pi, anticipated integral calculus, nearly 2,000 years before Newton and Leibniz. His writings, like asterisk on the sphere and cylinder asterisk and asterisk measurement of a circle asterisk, laid the groundwork for modern mathematics. Levers and screws. One of Archimedes' most famous contributions, the lever. He once said, give me a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Using basic principles, he created compound pulleys, allowing one person to lift massive weights. He also invented the Archimedean screw, a spiral device that could lift water uphill. It's still used in irrigation today. War and innovation. In 214 BCE, the Romans laid siege to Syracuse. But they weren't just attacking a city. They were attacking a mind. Archimedes turned Syracuse into a fortress of engineering, catapults that launched massive stones, iron claws that lifted ships from the sea, mirrors that focused sunlight to burn Roman sails. He delayed the Romans for years, with nothing but science. Despite his brilliance, the city eventually fell. Roman soldiers stormed the gates. Archimedes, now an old man, sat drawing geometric figures in the sand. A soldier approached. Archimedes said, do not disturb my circles. The soldier killed him anyway. Rome had won the war. But the world had lost a genius. Rediscovery. For centuries, Archimedes' works were forgotten, hidden in lost scrolls and ancient translations. But during the Renaissance, his brilliance was rediscovered. Leonardo da Vinci studied his machines. Galileo praised his methods. Newton built on his geometry. In 1906, a palimpsest was found, a book overwritten with prayers, that revealed hidden writings of Archimedes, including new ideas on infinity and physics. The legacy lives on. Today, every scientist, every engineer, every mathematician stands on Archimedes' shoulders. His story reminds us that great minds can rise from small cities, that the power of thought can change the world, and that even 2,000 years ago, one man could see far into the future. Archimedes, inventor. Mathematician. Warrior. Legend.